Spent 27 years in prison. Been out 8. Man, my first day in prison was by far the scariest and the worst, y'all. Okay, so I'm in the county jail. I'm in my cell. They come and they wake me up 3 o'clock in the morning. That's the bus run to the prison. They tell me, okay, Brinson, they call my name. I get on the bus. I pack my stuff. So they put us all on the bus. Get to the prison. They pull in the back of the prison. They got a gate, so you come through the gate because you got to go through R&O. So once we get through the gate, everybody get off the bus, and they walk you through this big back garage. So I walk through the garage. I'm looking around, and you got all the officers lined up, and you know, I guess they train them to project their voice a certain type of way to be able to yell. And I guess that's their way, their tactic of intimidation for the newcomers to, you know, scare us. So we come in, we got officers hollering in our face, officers cussing us out. You know, they make us strip search and get naked. Before then, we got to bend over, we got to cough, we got to make sure we didn't bring any contraband in from the county jail, because in the county jail, you could get a lot of contraband in, and a lot of people would take the contraband that they had from the county and they would bring it to the prison. So they had to make sure that we wasn't trying to smuggle anything in or bring it in our contraband. So now you got this strip in front of everybody, and I'm talking about the people that you've come on the bus with. You get naked, everybody just standing there, just naked, bent over, having a cough, you know, having to spread, you know, yourself. I don't want to get too graphic, y'all. You understand, but you having to spread your cheeks and all that and cough so that they can make sure that you don't have contraband. Anyway, so the officers, they come and they all up in your face and they screaming and they hollering and they going through your property, the little property that you do have, and they tearing that up and they throwing stuff away, and you looking at them, you know, because that's all you have right now. You know, everything that you own, everything, you know, that into your name right now is in this little bag. That's all you own. Like, I don't care what shoes you had. I don't care what clothes you had. I don't care what car, house, what you drove out there when you was out there. Right now, all you own right now is what you have in that pillowcase. So they throwing that around and you looking like, you know, you have no control of what they doing, because they doing what they want to do. And all you just have to deal with it. So then after they go through the property, they put you in another cell and you just sitting there on a cold bench, man, just waiting on the next step. And you don't know what the next step is, you know. So then they call you and in for the showers. So you go in, you know, you get in the shower, and then they put this quail in your hand. You know, they tell you to wet your hair. They put this drop of quarter-size quail in your hand, want you to lather that up and put it in your hair. Now, I want y'all to understand that quail takes your hair out. So one of my pet peeves was my hair, man. I love to take care of my hair. So, like, you know, you got to put this quail in your hair. And I understand the protocol of quail. I understand the process when it comes to quail, because I've been in juvenile detention center, and they have the same process when you coming through into the their facilities and institutions. So I put the quail in my hair. So I half masked it. You know, I kind of like was rinsing it off, you know, and I take a little bit and I put in there. So anyway, after you come, once they see you put the quail in the hair, that's all they worried about. They want that quail in your hair, because the quail is for you, you know, because sometimes people come in off the street and they have lice in their hair. So the quail is to help with control lice and get rid of the lice and everything. So anyway, I put the quail in my hair. I half mask it. So anyway, after I wash my hair out, I get out of the shower. They give you these clothes. Well, back then they give you a dress. You have to wear a dress when you're in R&O. Now, you know, they had changed a lot of things, and I get into that later on in the videos, but you put this dress on because the dress separates you from the compound. The compound wear pants, and they can wear dresses, but R&O had a certain color dress, and I believe that dress was pink or something like that. So when you have on a pink dress, that shows that you are in R&O. You are not a part of the compound. So if you're not a part, You cannot do, you're not privileged to do what the compound can do. You have to go through this RNO stage before you have access to certain days on canteens and all this stuff, and to be able to walk by yourself, because back then they escorted RNOs. You got to have that pink dress on. You know, you RNO, you just not free to roam right then. So anyway, they put you in these pink dresses, and man, I tell you what. So we get there, and now we go, they got a certain dorm for RNO. So we go down to here. So I'm on the main unit at this time, because I was back in the days. I came like in 92. So I'm back in the days. So we go down, and we got this captain. She's a lady. I'm not going to call any names, but she's hollering and she's screaming and she acting like a drill sergeant and everything. So now, you know, they bring us in and they do this count, because they have to do a master count to make sure that all the inmates are there or whatever. So now I'm sitting on my bed, and I'm like, my head down, and I'm like looking around, like, you know, I'm seeing everybody, you know, some people playing, some people laughing, some people joking, but man, that thing to me, it wasn't no joke. You know, I'm sitting there, I'm broken, I want to go home, man. I'm just looking around like, man, I cannot endure this, God. How I'm gonna get through 25 years of this right here? I can't do it. So I'm just sitting on my bed looking around, and I'm just traumatized. But I'm gonna tell you, one of the secrets of me getting through prison successfully is that I never let my mind come into my situation. I always kept my mind out of the prison. So while I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about driving a car. While I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about being dressed nice in my clothes. While I'm sitting there, I'm just thinking about I'm still in the free world. I'm still doing things in the free world. I never conformed to the prison system, the way that they did things, the way that they wanted our minds to come in, because I realize a lot of people that allowed their mind to come into their situation, they lost their mind. They got on the medication, they got on the psychotropic medications, and they lost it. I had friends there, associates there, people I had grown close to, and they had gotten on the medication because they couldn't deal with the situation. They couldn't deal with the fact that family wasn't writing them. They couldn't deal with the fact they was not getting visitation. They couldn't see their kids. They couldn't see their loved ones. And the advantage I had, I feel like, is that I didn't really leave anybody out there. So I wasn't really missing anybody. I was just missing being free, being able to move the way that I want to move. You understand what I'm saying? So that was the hard part for me, not being able to wear my own clothes, not being able to put on my perfume, not being able to put on my jewelry, my nice shoes. But, you know, so anyway, you just have to, you know, you be an RNO, you have to do what they tell you, you know, and when you hit the compound, it's a little bit more freedom. But, you know, my first day there, I was just broken, just trying to figure things out, you know, and I was pretty much reserved. I was quiet. You know, a lot of people was attracted to me. They was coming over to me, trying to talk with me. But, you know, I wasn't trying to, you know, get in no groups and hang out and all this. This thing was serious to me, y'all. And the thing is that I wanted to go home. I wanted to be free. You know, I wasn't trying to conform to whatever they had going on. I wasn't trying to be in all these groupies and everything. I wasn't trying to make this no light matter, because I understand I was in for the long haul, and I just didn't want to get settled in this. So mentally, I wasn't accepting where I was at. And, you know, I was just broken. I was scared. I was upset. And, you know, it was a long journey. So I'll be talking to you guys in bits and pieces of the things that I went through. But I want to more so focused on how God changed me in the midst of all that. And I will be going live, I believe, at 4:30 or 4 o'clock. I posted the event. So, you know, I go a little bit more into details about how everything originated for me and what led me down the path. You know, I'll be going live for about 45 minutes. So I pray you guys join me. And hey, y'all follow me, follow my journey, you know, and I'm going to try to the best of my ability to answer a lot of you guys' questions. Hey, I love you guys for sticking with me. Y'all be blessed. I'll see you at 4, I believe, or 4:45 on live.